So when we're talking about protection and we're talking about insurances, one of the things that comes up all the time is, especially when we're talking about income protection, life and TBD and that sort of stuff, is stepped versus level premiums. And a bit of a head scratcher for some people. They don't quite understand exactly what it means. So hopefully the post above can clarify it for you, but also give a couple of my opinions on stepped and level. So as the post above says, stepped is when premiums go up every year according to your age and other risk factors and those sorts of things. And usually it starts reasonably low, well priced and those sorts of things, and it keeps going up year and year and year after that. Level, on the other hand, starts reasonably high and it stays the same. Now, normally what we see is after about 7 years, the actual price difference matches up. So your stepped is now costing the same amount as your level, which is all right, but it's taken 7 years to get to that point. And then essentially it takes another 4 to 7 years before that level premium becomes better value for you. So generally speaking, a lot of advisors will recommend level type premiums for young clients or people who are going to need their insurances for a really long time, or they'll recommend like a base level amount of insurance for quite a long time that the client is going to need, and then do stepped on the rest. But I'm a little bit iffy when it comes to level and stepped premiums, when it comes to, level premiums in particular. And the reason for that is that there is no guarantee that the insurance company is going to keep those premiums at that price. So there's a bit of risk there. And I did see a couple of companies a few years ago increase their level premiums by up to 30%, which is really unfair when you have essentially taken out that extra investment in the insurance. You're paying the high costs, thinking that over the long term you're going to make it more beneficial and cheaper for you, and then they move the goalpost for you at the other end. So there's nothing stopping an insurance company from doing that. The other thing that we need to watch out for when we're looking at level and stepped premiums is that with level type premiums, you're kind of stuck with the same company, because you don't get to transfer that level premium to a different company, which means that if you want to change companies, if the company that you're currently with doesn't offer you better insurance in 5 or 10 years than what they did today, and the policy definitions don't catch up and keep up, then you might be in a worse off position. So I always think back about what was happening in insurance 20 years ago, and it was totally different. The stuff that you could claim for was much, much lower, and the overall grade of insurance was a lot worse. Whereas insurance nowadays has a huge umbrella of what it covers. So when you're doing level, you're really tying yourself into one product, one company, for a really long time. Otherwise, it doesn't make much sense. So really important to get it right, guys, and understand the risks and take those risks where appropriate. Let me know if you want to do a quick free insurance review. We have them going an hour and a half is where we first start. You can book it in by hitting the link and the calendar link and jumping straight into my diary, or you can send me a message if you're wondering a little bit more clarification, want to know whether or not you're doing stepped or level and what would be appropriate for you. So just let me know. Would love to have a chat to you and look forward to speaking to you really, really soon. I'll see you later.